Hey everyone, Stacks here. Welcome back to the channel. And guys, we're checking out The Amazing Spider-Man number 20. Nick Spencer's run continues into Hunted Part 4. And guys, this has been an exciting run. I do have to do a little bit of catch up though, because I haven't been covering the in-between issues, the HU issues. I'll have 19 and I'll have 19 HU. So I've been covering just the main issues, mostly because the HU issues have really been kind of fluff pieces. They haven't had a lot that really mattered, a little background story on like Gibbon and some of the other characters, but this one actually had some content you need to know going into 20, so I'm going to cover it real quick in the Cliff Notes version of it. And basically, Lizard is after Taskmaster. Taskmaster and Black Ant captured his son and basically gave him over to Kraven for his big dome in Central Park for the Hunted thing. So he goes and starts looking for Taskmaster, the first place you would look for anybody in a Spider-Man comic, and that's the Bar Without a Name. And he finds him there doing karaoke because he's sad that Black Ant, he actually turned Black Ant into Kraven as well. And what he does here is he slips something into his drink. Even though Taskmaster is immune to most poisons, he concocts his own, slips it into Taskmaster's drink, and Taskmaster instantly starts falling out. And he tells him, look, you're either going to help me, if you want the antidote, you're going to help me, or you're going to die. And Taskmaster, knowing the reputation of Dr. Connors, he doesn't even hesitate. He's like, let's do it. I know what you're capable of. And Doc tells him, hey, you're going to help me find my son. And the plan is here, they go after Vermin, and they offer, Taskmaster says, hey, I got one that got away, it's the Vermin, and basically, Arcade isn't interested. Then Taskmaster flips the script on him, and says, I got one for you. And Lizard's telling him the whole time, figure it out, and he does. He turns, he tases the Lizard, knocks him unconscious, and turns him over to Arcade. And Curt Connors is totally good with it because he would do whatever it takes to save his son. And that gets us caught up to the beginning of Amazing Spider-Man number 20. Black Ant, Spider-Man standing over one of the defeated drones, and they're talking, and Black Ant, is talking about how he used to be a good guy, how he used to be an Avenger. However, when he was, something was always pulling back on him. And we find out that through their discussion that Spider-Man still doesn't get it. He doesn't understand how bad this place is. And Black Ant tells him, he's like, you simple idiot. You don't realize, as bad as you think this is, I promise you, it's about to get a lot worse. While all this is going on, Taskmaster is delivering the Lizard and telling him, hey, look, I've done my part. You're in the dome like you wanted. You're in the game. What's the antidote? And the Lizard simply runs off telling him 24 hours, you'll be fine in 24 hours. And Taskmaster just shakes his head and says, I should have seen that one coming. From there we jump to Black Cat and Billy Connors, the son of Doc Connors, and they're spotted. They are being hunted inside the dome. They've broken out, they've escaped from Kraven, but now they got to deal with these guys. And Black Cat is trying to do everything she can to keep these guys away from Billy Connors. She's trying to save the kid. She's doing the admirable thing. But there's just too many of them. And she ends up diving in front of a shot and taking a blast right to the chest for Billy Connors. And when she does, the guy in the suit walks up and sees a kid. And he stops and he's like, I didn't agree to this. We were out here hunting monsters and bad guys. We weren't. Nobody said anything about kids, and he lets them go. From there, we go to Kraven and his son, who still hasn't been named. I'm going to call him Son of Kraven, I guess. But he is sitting there saying, "Look, Father, we got to get involved on this. It is time for us to act. Our prisoners have escaped. We got to do this." And Kraven's just like, no, not yet. He's sitting there looking out the window, and his son is just going nuts, throwing stuff. I mean, look at him breaking that computer monitor. That ain't nice. And he tells him, look, Father, I've always dreamt of hunting beside you, that we could rule together. And it's time to go do this. And Kraven's just standing there. No, he's like, he starts calling him weak. He starts, if you don't have the strength to do this, to rule together, then I will go do it myself. And Kraven is just holding himself back. Just, you see the blood pouring out of his hand from him just gripping it and just trying to remain calm and patient. From there we go back to the lizard, who is looking for his son. He can sense that his son was there, and son of Kraven walks in on him. And this isn't a fair fight, because Lizard has the inhibitor chip still in his neck. He cannot attack anybody. He is held back by it. And when son of Kraven finds out about this, he thinks it's disgusting. He just laughs at it. Says, you have the power of one of the greatest totems, and you choose to cripple it with your science? He says, you know what? I'm not going to kill you. I'm going to drag you out here. I'm going to find your son and everybody you care about, and I'm going to kill them in front of you, and you won't be able to do anything about it. Back inside the dome, the guy who realized that he ain't into hunting kids is trying to get with tech support, trying to call Arcade and say, look, man, I did not agree to this. He tries to take off his virtual reality piece to escape the game, and realizes he can't. And that is when the Vulture and his crew show up, and with that they attack, and they end up killing the guy. And you find out that if they die within the game, then they die in real life. Now Black Ant has explained this to Spider-Man, and he realizes he has got to save, he's got to save everyone. He's not just saving the guys inside. He's now having to save the guys that are hunting him. All of the guys that are hunting him. Vulture's group, the drones, all of them. And that's when Arcade shows up and says he's got a little surprise for him. And it's vermin. But it's not just one vermin. It's dozens of them. And with that, he is absolutely swarmed. So I'm telling you right now, if you're not reading Nick Spencer's Amazing Spider-Man, it's worth it. If you can't forgive Nick Spencer for things like Secret Empire, I completely understand. But Amazing Spider-Man has been a good run. The biggest issue I have is that on issues around 14 and 15 and during the HU titles, the art goes way down. And it's not all the HUs, but a couple of them have been done by I think it's either Joe or Chris Picciolo, and I've not been impressed by his art. It's detracted from the overall quality of the story. But everyone else on this run has been really great. Nothing personal against the guy, just his art doesn't work for me. The overall run from #1 has been building to this event, Hunted, and man, it's going to be good. Watching Kraven and the Amazing Spider-Man, Peter Parker, face off one last time. Oh man, it's going to be good. Guys, that's all I got. Hey, if you haven't, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me level up in this game with YouTube, guys. I sincerely appreciate it. Just hit 300 subscribers, so thank you to everyone who has subscribed. It means a lot. And thank you to all my friends out there. Wes over at Thinking Critical, the Comic Aficionados, and of course the Fandom Collective, and you guys out there that have continued to hang out with me on live streams, who have watched my videos and always commenting. Guys, I really appreciate it. Guys, hopefully the channel continues to grow. Can't do it without your support. Sincerely appreciate it, guys. That's all I got. I'll have to try to do Amazing Spider-Man #21. And guys, I'll talk to you soon. Real Comic Stacks out.